Vintage bikes, I love them. The short version is that I wanted a new bike, and there's this bike shortage thing going on, and I'm not prepared to pay north of 1,200 quid and have to wait a year before I see a result. I ended up buying a badly painted steel frame off eBay and began hunting down parts. I had so much fun, I did it twice more, with the last being full vintage setup. So why vintage frames? I love the look of them, the round tubes, the simple design, the fact they're made from steel. I've heard too many horror stories of people writing off their new bikes, and as I can be a little crashy, I don't want to throw £2,000 away. I already have an aluminium bike, and the chance to own a lugged frame was too good to pass up. Modern bikes don't come with lugs, which is a shame because I think they really set a frame off, especially if they're lined or painted a different colour to the rest of the tubes. I mean, to me, they just add something extra that smooth welds, although an improvement on visible welds just doesn't provide. I'd be interested to know your thoughts on lugs and welds, so leave them in the comments. And if you're a carbon fan, would you want lugs on a frame, or even the appearance of lugs as an option? I'm not a steel is real bloke, I'm more of a steel probably has a better chance of surviving me bloke. It's also a nice conversation starter when you're out on a ride. You can pick up a frame or a complete bike for next to nought. They're easy to work on and replacement parts aren't that expensive, even if they're brand new, but there are a lot of second-hand parts available, and if you're not fussy about a complete group set and are happy to mix and match, you can set up a truly unique ride. Downtube friction shifters are also a lot cheaper than brifters, the combined brake and shifter levers. There's also something nice about not having to worry about correctly indexed gears. You will be able to get a bargain, as many people may want to get rid of old bikes to clear space or make way for a new shiny machine, so take advantage of the vanity of others and nab yourself a retro ride. You may have to put some time in to get it running smoothly, but look on it as learning new skills that will benefit you in the future. They are also endlessly customizable. If you really want, you can trick them out with high-end gear, and some models even have internal cable routing, although this is mainly to the rear brake. There are even adapters available so you can mount modern stems and bars. You will be limited to rim brakes, but you could always swap out the front fork for a disc compatible one. If you do this, remember that most vintage frames have a 1-inch steerer tube diameter. Please don't attempt to use disc brake adapter kits or weld bits to your frame. The forks and seat stays weren't designed to deal with the braking forces going through them. Now, you do what you want to do, and there are plenty of videos showing different methods of doing this, from adapters to welding, but none of them show the results after hundreds of miles of riding and hard braking or racing down the side of an Alp. Let me know your thoughts on lugs and vintage frames. Would you be happy to race a vintage frame? Remember to like, share, subscribe, keep training, and I'll see you in the next video.